Good afternoon, Kaylin. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Really good. Thank you so much for allowing me to record this portion of the interview. We've chatted a little bit about some of the positions that we have to offer, and I feel that you would be a really great candidate for one of the admin positions that we are hiring for based on your education, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, and some of your volunteer activities that you've done, and your latest positions. So, why don't you go ahead and tell me in your own words about the job that you've been doing lately. What are your job duties that you're doing?
So, in my current job, I conduct market research. So, this mainly means going in and looking at different companies to see if they'd be a good fit for mergers and acquisitions, mainly looking at the owners' email addresses, the revenue from a variety of places to see if they'd be a good fit. From there, I also take documents and personalize them to each of the clients to see the documents that they need to be successful in meetings. And then from there, I also create SharePoint for each of the clients. So this is just an easier way for us and the clients to communicate tasks with each other because we can drop documents in each one. And then we communicate what tasks need to be completed with each other.
Okay, great. How do you manage multiple tasks and deadlines while maintaining, a high level of quality?
So in my current job, I take the task and then I take a priority. So from highest priority to lowest priority, and then I'll put those on a schedule. And then once I put those on a schedule, I put deadlines for each of them. So if I can't complete one, then I'll just move the deadline down a couple days so it doesn't slip through and I remember to follow through so it gets completed.
Okay, great. And so how do you assure attention to detail in all of your work? This could be, at any one of during school or during a past assignment that you've had, or even some of your volunteer work. Can you share an example of a time where your meticulousness made a significant impact on this project or on this task?
During my master's degree, a lot of times we would be given rubrics. So just making sure that we completed the assignment and then going back through the rubric to make sure everything was in place, because sometimes the professors would also change the rubrics last minute or ask us to add something because they said in the real world sometimes things don't always go as smoothly. So just making sure that we follow the instructions, make sure we correct any changes necessary. Having high attention to detail to make sure that we're able to hit everything was definitely something we had to pay attention to.
Okay, great, great answer. So communication obviously is crucial in any type of admin role. Can you describe a situation where you had to communicate, um, you know, effectively to have a smooth coordination for an event or a project? And again, this could be during one of your volunteer projects that you did or during a work project.
So when I was in Love Your Melon, we had to create an event for recruiting. So in this event, it was to recruit for people to help with pediatric cancer. So I was in charge of getting like the supplies, the decorations, the food, and then the flyers to pass out. So communicating with the rest of the club and organization to tell them like what we needed and what we needed to look for in people to recruit was something that was critical. So then we were able to be successful.
Okay, wonderful. So what about your office skills, your computer skills? Can you tell me a little bit about those?
Yes. So in my master's, we use the computers all the time. Even in my current job, we're always using computers. So I'm very comfortable with that, with Excel, SharePoint, Microsoft Office. It's something that I use on the regular, and Outlook.
Okay, perfect. So, and you've done calendar management. We chatted about that a little bit earlier. Tell me about, you said you were scheduling, is it clients that you're keeping schedules for?
The clients come to us and then we just schedule the meetings for them when they're available and we're available. So just making sure that like my calendar is cleared to be able to attend those events.
Okay, wonderful. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop this portion of the interview, but don't hang up. We have a lot more things to chat
Yeah,
about. Okay, thank you.
thank you.